What's up, agents? Patrick Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 video. Today's video is going to be news or a summary of the state of the game that just concluded. Ubisoft held the live stream. As you guys know, they did it from home, and they showcased some really interesting changes to the Summit and Ridgeway's Pride. I will basically put a whole compilation of clips and put them into one clip for you guys to watch after I've spoken about a few things quickly. Then you just watch through it. It is just a summarized little clip for you to watch. If you want to see the full state of the game, link will be down below. Make sure to watch it if you guys want to see, what's going to come in TU 11.1. So the state of the game was okay. It wasn't too bad, actually. It was very short, but they spoke about quite interesting things. Now, targeted loot in the Summit will be a thing that we can actually change. So if you want to farm Providence or Belson, you can select what floor you want to actually have that on, which is really good. We've all been speaking about that. I've myself have wanted that, so I think that's a good change. Also, you can select what difficulty you want to play on. So you can have Legendary on level 30 something, for example. And also there's no more elevator system. So that has completely gone away. I don't want to talk too much about it because they will explain it now in the clip. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll be seeing everybody in the next video. Peace out, agents.
Yes.
Okay. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of it.
Yes, indeed. So you all know and love the elevator menu, but you need to really start rethinking how you view the Summit game mode now, because in 11.1 there are no rally points. It's a completely different structure to the game mode, and so you will no longer see this elevator menu anymore. Instead, the new way that you'll introduce, the way that you kind of play the mode is you'll come to the elevator and you'll see right here that I was previously playing on, got up to floor 34 in the Summit. And I was playing on heroic difficulty, and I had two directives active. I had cool skills and scavenge skills at the same time active. But right now I want to change the settings for my Summit experience. So I come into here and I can set my difficulty. And so, as you'd expect, next slide, you can set normal through legendary difficulty. And I will start from floor 34 with that difficulty set. But I also want to change my directives. And so when I go ahead into my directives, you will see that we make available to you all 9 directives that we've released thus far, which, you can create a lot of interesting combinations. For me, I really think like the cool skill scavenge skills, if you're playing aggressively, can be a really interesting combination.
All right, what's next?
Okay, so yeah, this is just, kind of an overview of what I just talked about. You get to select your own difficulty and directives. You choose your challenge, and then the increased targeted loot chance from directives. It also applies to the open world and missions, and directives still increase XP as well.
Moving on.
While you're climbing up the summits, while you still have a single difficulty set, it will get more challenging. And so that's what we're calling threat scaling. And so you'll see here that the number of lieutenants, like mini bosses, on a set of 10 floors will increase the higher up in the summits you get. So from like 21 to 30, you face only one lieutenant on floor 26. And then once you get to floor 30, you face a single boss. Whereas up on floor 71 to 80, you will face 3 mini bosses, and then the final floor has 3 bosses on it rather than just one. And so it's and also along the way you're also getting more elites the higher up in the summit you get. So there's a subtle gradual increase in difficulty the higher up you get, which that's something that we still wanted to maintain with the summit, was this idea that like the higher you climb, the tougher it gets, just because that's a cool narrative experience. Yeah.
All right, what else? I'm not sure how close we are to the end of the presentation.
We're getting there. There's still writing tools, yes. So here we just wanted to cover the stuff that I just talked about. With the update, everyone will start over again at floor 1. Rally points are gone. You climb at your own pace. Once you finish floor 100, you will start again from floor 1, and you repeat that cycle of 1 to 100 over and over again. The new threat scaling, higher floors equals more bosses and elites, and you can resume on checkpoints. So as you saw highlighted there, you start from like the multiple of 3 things and the boss floors. And so that means that there's more frequent checkpointing. And so you can stop and come back on floor 34 or 97 or, wherever you currently are at. And you don't have to worry about losing progress.
Okay. Cool.
But I know what everyone's thinking right now. What about the loots? Can I influence what loot I'm getting? And so you'll see here the increased targeted loot allocation right now is Hunter's Fury, which is, we currently don't have specific loot allocation for gear sets, so that's new, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe in the bottom you can see that you can select your targeted loot. So if we go ahead and go to the next slide, you'll see, yes, yeah, you can select your targeted loot within the summit.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot in there. So
yeah,
people really have the option to grind what they want.
100%. Yes.
Nice.
You get to select any of these. You can change this whenever during the climb. So if you go ahead to the next couple slides, you'll kind of see here that you could switch it to Bellstone Armory if you want to grind that. Oh no, it's fine to go a couple more. So yeah, you can change it whenever. One thing to note, like the personal target loot, that's specific to the summit, but you notice that we split out the gear sets into individual allocations. That applies to the normal rotation. And so what that means is you could see Lincoln having True Patriot as its gear set. But if we go to the next slide. So this is personal target loot. And so here's an example of some people playing together, and you'll see that each of them can set their own target loot. They can change it whenever they want.
All right. I did see some questions about ridgeways.
Yes. So we've seen the comments about ridgeways. It's not as enticing as it should be. And so we're doing a buff to it. And so now we've increased the radius of it so that the bleeding edge talent applies to enemies within 15 meters instead of 10, which it was previously. And then we've also buffed the repair rates pretty significantly. And so now with one enemy inside the radius, you get 3, 2, you get 6, 3, it's 12, 4, it's 24, and 5, it's 48.